improv company, Sorry Not Sorry, has ever done a superhero show. We're sold out, baby! Super sold out, as I say. Well, Super Not Super, as you can probably tell, is an epic superhero story that we are going to tell just for you guys here in the Grindstone Theatre. Give it up for the Grindstone Theatre! We're going to be using our superpowers to tell you a super show, and it's going to be super. And starting with thanking who's going to make the atmosphere nice, we have Jyn-Ting on the keys. Give a round of applause to Jyn-Ting! And of course, you know, we have superpowers as well. You know, us three, we may be colorful and very charismatic, but we have the power to improvise. Who here has never been to an improv show before? Round of applause. Oh, very, very good. Okay, well, at an improv show, you usually do this one thing where we, the improvisers, will kindly ask the audience for some suggestions. Now, for this show, we're going to ask you tons and tons of suggestions. But right at the beginning, we're going to ask you just one. It's going to establish the entire story. It's going to take place in the super city of Edmonton, Alberta. And we're going to be asking you these suggestions. Now, you can shout out anything you want, like, what is your superhero name? Q-Man is what I heard. And I assume Q-Man punches down. Another suggestion, maybe, what is a food that would be a good theme for a superhero? Dragon fruit. I will shoot seeds out of my top. No, very bad. You know, that actually reminds me. You can shout out almost anything you want, but just know that there are certain people here that maybe don't want to hear everything you have to say. There are kids here, is what I'm saying. But we are going to have a special story nonetheless, and we are actually going to ask for that first suggestion right now. Are you guys ready? Yeah! Because we're ready for Super Not Super! Yeah! So to start, we have to start in a very specific place. So please, can I get a non-geographical location? Just, it could be anywhere. I heard it from over here. Repeat yourself, first person who said it.
Funicular. The moon.
Oh, like the funicular.
Yeah.
What? Explain this to me.
Look at things.
Oh,
Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, that thing that goes up and down on the river valley, that's a great place to start, I think. We start in the city of Edmonton, Alberta. In this city, there have been happenstances of events of people getting superpowers and turning it into good or evil. We will be following both sides, but we start at the very location that was said. At the very bottom of this
Funicular.
Thank you. We have, in the river valley, trees, tall, 20 feet, 30 feet, bushes, animals, mostly cats.
There are bicyclists out. It is a bright summer day. You guys remember what summer's like, right? And they're zooming around along. The stairs that run alongside the funicular are baking wonderfully in the sun.
The funicular is going up at a pretty steady rate, coming down at a pretty steady rate. There are lots of people here watching it. They see the doors open, lots of people coming out.
And as it's going up, we actually go inside and we find three characters having a nice ride up to the streets of downtown Edmonton. We start with one, looking very uninterested. He's been on this ride many, many times. This is Craig Coulson, and he is a very slumpy, nihilistic, he doesn't really care about the world around him, as if he's just going in a circle, round and round. He's wearing baggy clothes, and he has a white, dirty t-shirt on with his fist on his face, looking for a brighter tomorrow.
Standing next to him is a bright-eyed, freckled girl. She must be about 22 years old. Her hair's up in big pigtails, and she's wearing coveralls, because she is the repair person for the funicular. Her name is Michelle Meck.
And last but not least, we have Daisy Dartmouth riding the funicular.
Middle-aged, like in her 40s.
Having a good time. She's never been here before. She's here visiting with her nephew.
That's what nephews say.
She's never seen a funicular, never ridden one. She has been wanting to go up and down this for the last hour and a half, much to her nephew's chagrin. She's dressed up like a tourist, camera around her neck, big hat because sunny days in Edmonton, and just staring out the window.
So, Craig, I'm so glad you came to visit me at my workplace. I feel like it's running real smooth today. We're going up, we're going down, we're going slightly diagonal. It's all good.
I think we're doing all those three things at once. Ugh. Well, my only regret is telling my aunt about this entire thing that you invited me, and she just dragged me along. So I just want to let you know that that's my deal.
When we get to the top, can we go back down again?
Absolutely. You can go up and down all day long, so long as no one else needs to use it, and really, no one does.
I just don't see the point about going up and down. I mean, doesn't it get boring after a while?
I devoted my entire life to the study of electrical systems, including elevators, so no.
I'm really enjoying watching the river valley get bigger and smaller as we go up and down and up.
Yeah, it's fun.
The group of them slowly approach the bottom of the river valley once again. The doors slowly open, and this time, Michelle decides that they ought to maybe get off for a second.
I want to show you something really cool, okay?
Yay!
So Michelle comes up over to the outside of the funicular, to the mechanical room, which I assume there is. There is a heavy latched door that's got chains wrapped around it and a heavy like padlock. If you look at the sides, there's like claw marks from someone trying to crowbar their way in there, but they were unsuccessful.
Because I do my job good.
It says cannot be affected by crowbar.
It also says in the fine print, if you read underneath it, hazardous materials.
Oh. So we go in there, or?
Yeah, of course. That's part of why I wanted to bring you. My dearest lifelong friend and nephew. Right. So here we go. Let me just take out, and you see this like zoomed up picture of this huge thing of keys. There's only just one big key. Her only job is looking after the funicular. So you're welcome, Edmonton.
You know, I don't really feel like going in.
Come on. Just come on. I know it's a little small. Okay, come on. Okay. You have to get low because it's like underneath a staircase in a house, right? Like, there's a little crawl space and it gets bigger the farther we go.
Look, you said you wanted us to show us something?
Yeah, I did.
It's pitch black in here.
Something touched my hand!
Are you excited about that? That's so terrifying.
What did it feel like?
Hey, audience, tell me, what is a small animal?
Hamster.
No.
I grew up turtle.
A turtle.
You know, like, it kind of had a hard shell. It bit me.
It bit you?
It bit you.
Oh, wait, there's something on the ceiling here. It feels like, what is not an animal, but what is a type of plant fauna? Like something plant. What was that?
Lichen.
Lichen?
Yeah. It's like a symbiotic relationship between. Doesn't really matter.
It's going down my fingers and attaching to my fingertips.
Yeah, it's like old man's beard lichen. That's what we're dealing with. It looks like an old man's beard. I love it.
What are you trying to show us? Can you give us the answer?
Oh, can we have a light at some point? So this is the part where I tell you I'm so sorry.
What?
Sorry's not the right word. I have been holding a grudge against you since childhood.
And what did you do? Wait, why am I on her side? Wait, why would you do?
It's all because we were playing in the playground, and she had the newest Barbie doll, and my parents only ever bought me the dollar store one, the one with the hair always falls out no matter what you do.
I'm on TikTok. I don't know what this is.
I swapped the heads of our Barbie dolls so I could have better hair on mine.
And that Barbie doll's head that you swapped, I had spent years turning it into a voodoo doll. So do you know what happened to the person whose head got swapped? They also had their head swapped! And so I never told you that's the reason that we stopped hanging out. Because my poor dear mother had a wrong. And now... I'm going to have to leave you here, locked under the furuncular.
Come on. Look, I have even nothing to do with this. You gotta let me go.
You're annoying.
Darn it, she's right.
And it's funicular?
I heard that, and I called it funicular because it's fun!
Okay,
I don't know what to do.
well,
Are we gonna die here? Whoa!
as they reach up, I have totally forgotten what your name is.
Daisy Dartmouth!
Daisy Dartmouth grabs this long cable and it slowly pulls back. And as this happens, this electricity starts pouring down through their bodies, channeling along the ground, outwards, enveloping the turtle and the lichen, and just kind of pulsating.
I can't believe you. You bring me along and you know I don't like this stuff and now I'm dirty and you can find your own way back home, including myself because you drove. This is the worst aunt and nephew trip I've ever taken.
As Daisy manages to claw her way out from being locked underneath the funicular, you can see just like as she exits out through the hole, there is like her back starting to round a little bit. It's starting to get this big hump over the back of it. And you might not have noticed, because he didn't specifically say, our friend, Craig, so good with names today, he grew a beard. He grew a full-grown beard, just in like that last little second. He didn't mention it though, because he was growing.
You know, after all these bad experiences, at least I'm a man now. I can't believe I'm shaking. I'm weak to the bones. Maybe that's what happens when you grow a beard. all of your energy goes through it. I don't know. I've never had a beard before.
The next morning, Craig wakes up in his bedroom. It's very tastefully decorated, some plain white sheets. He's got posters on the wall of topical current musicians.
Plain white tees.
And as he gradually wakes up, he begins to notice that not only has his facial hair grown, but it has grown so far that it is now piling up on his bed, Rapunzel style.
You kind of like see movement under the beard, and then hear the.
Audience, I'm gonna ask you a yes or no question, okay? Is this a cat? Or is this the beard? Cat? Beard. Is that my cat? No, it isn't!
The beard just moves around as if it's got a will of its own, twirling in and of itself. It like whips up to the ceiling and like grabs the hanging light fixture and pulls it down.
Wait! Oh, ow! Wait! That's my stuff! Whoa! It's like my beard has a mind of its own! No one told me this is what being a man was supposed to be! Oh. Wait, what was that? I can understand you?
See, the thing is, during that electrical spike that flowed down through the lichen and into Craig, this caused a mutation within his genetic code, and he also went through like a mitosis situation. So now his brain is separated half into his foot, half into the beard.
I feel an extension through my face. It's like my hair now has muscles and a mind of its own. And you're benevolent? You have a strong sense of justice? Justice is a subjective term based on the society? Wow. Well, what should we do? I've never had a talking beard before. Sure, let's go out on the street and show people my new beard powers.
Can I have another location, please? Doesn't have to necessarily be in Edmonton. Could just be a generic. White horse? Yeah, sure. Let's extrapolate away from that. In Whitehorse, at some point they probably had horses, so we're at a horse ranch. In fact, we're at the horse ranch that's in the river valley. This is where Daisy has come to seek solace after this horrible confrontation with her former friend, Michelle. She's watching the horses as they move back and forth across the beautiful sort of grassy knoll.
We get a little glimpse because we're all the way out here, and Craig's aunt, you have traveled all the way to go hang out with your nephew, but now you're all the way alone again.
I've never been here before. I didn't even know they had a horse ranch here.
I was trying to get my way to Port Edmonton Park, and I ended up here.
And as Daisy contemplates her life and the fact that there is a horse ranch in Edmonton, there is the sound of nefarious clip-clops approaching. It's like clip-clopping of horse hooves, but scarier.
Clamp clomp. A clomp. Coming closer and closer. And Sorry, what was your first name again? Daisy. So Daisy has this animal instinct where now she can feel that there is danger close and has now curled up into a protective camouflage stance.
And arriving on the scene is this beautiful centaur. This centaur is has like a black rump, and it's like kind of maybe used to be like Clydesdale or something. So it's really, really big. It's tall. And the top half is this like really burly man with like tattoos all over himself. And he's looking around like he means business.
So why is this Minotaur here? Because, oh wait, sorry, what did you say?
Centaur. I got a butt.
Oh, gotcha. Right. This centaur is actually a myth, a legend of Edmonton. Have you guys ever wondered who owned, who operated the Chevy farm? Because the legend of the Westgate Chevy farm is one tantamount. If you badmouth or sing the theme song incorrectly, the guardian of the Westgate Chevy farm will be on your doorstep. What did Daisy do to have such a crime?
The myth of the Chevy farm.
That's not how it goes!
And this large centaur, whose name we'll just say is Westgate, arrives and looks around, kind of dismisses this small, curled up creature on the ground. Finally, I have the chance to harvest my horsepower. This is how our trucks go so fast. I take the horses and I combine their power and put them in the engine.
An evil plot from an evil entity.
And no one can stop me.
Except maybe the slow-moving shell, which now the centaur has gained attention of.
Oh, goodness. Hello. I like your tattoos.
Thank you. They were very expensive. Sitting $200 an hour.
Oh.
Creature, small creature. I can't have anyone bear witness to my horsepower harvesting.
I'm very interested, though.
Oh, you're interested? Well, that changes everything. You're interested in joining more half-human, half-animals like myself because there's more.
Really?
So many more.
You won't be alone?
No, of course not. You small turtle-shaped girl.
Do you recognize my shell?
Of course I recognize your shell. I've crushed many turtles.
I just got it recently, and I still haven't adjusted, but, like,
You haven't adjusted.
if you were, like, everyone makes, like, those turtle drawings when they're a kid, and they always try to put, like, some kind of shape into the middle to, like, they then expand out. Does anyone remember what that looks like from one they drew when they were a small child? Give us a shape.
Maple leaf.
A maple leaf. There's like a maple leaf in the middle of the turtle shell, and it like goes out into like just like all these different like arrays.
My goodness. That is the most majestic thing I've ever seen on a turtle that I haven't crushed.
Really?
It is. You don't need to be alone. My name is Westgate.
Daisy Jarno.
Well, come with me, Daisy. Just after I finish my business.
galloping off with a brand new friend, one that is very close to Westgate. But now there is a duo. We go back to Craig, who has his intelligent beard in tow, hiding it in his jacket because he's kind of nervous about it. Okay, Beardy. Here's the thing. I'm kind of not comfortable showing people my beard because, yesterday I didn't have a beard, and it's kind of odd. So maybe when we do our plan, like we talked about off stage, you just do it as fast as you can, okay? They then enter an arcade.
In the arcade, there are a bunch of people playing pinball machines. This particular arcade, you don't have to put coins in. You just pay like a fee off the top, and you can stay there for like a certain amount of time. Drinks are not included, and some people are playing on pinball machines and like hitting the sides. There is a bunch of older arcade games as well in the back. They're largely being ignored. There's like beeps and boops and all sorts of sounds coming all over the place. Craig's longtime girlfriend loves the arcade.
5 tokens, please. Preset. Thank you, disgusting man. Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, Craig.
I didn't know you were here.
Yeah, I'm just playing Mario Kart like I do every Friday afternoon at 4:07 p.m.
Well, we both know why you play Mario Kart. It's because you can't really get any of the prizes, can you? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you notice anything different about me?
Now that you mention it. Is that a beard?
Is it? Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna touch it. Is that okay?
He thinks for a moment if this is okay. Is there danger afoot? Is this beard to be trusted?
No.
Yes. Sure. I've always wanted a woman to touch my beard.
And the buttons on the jacket like.
Beardy! Stop it! I am fond of this person. Beardy, no. Come back. Look,
So
It's like a blanket.
that's what conditioner is for.
I could just. As his longtime girlfriend, who will give a name now, let's say Cindy, begins to fall asleep in the warm embrace of the beard, the ugly man, aforementioned before, disgusting. Sorry.
He's actually attractive for a disgusting person.
Real quick, audience, what's your favorite video game?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. Pac-Man it is. The disgusting man has been offended by being called the disgusting man. And he wants to make it clear that that's not going to fly.
Excuse me, now that I'm done crying, I need to have a word with you about your actions and your beard. When you have beards over 1 foot in length, you must wear a hairnet to protect them shields.
There's not a single sign that says that.
Well, what are you gonna do? Fight me on it?
Beardy? I'm the beard now.
She's asleep. It's fine.
You really want to go toe-to-toe with me?
I think I could go toe-to-toe with anybody. You know why? Because I'm a ghost.
sudden turning from a pale, regular person to just the red ghost, because that's the most terrifying of the four.
Blinky.
Thank you. Blinky, who always knows what direction you go. A foe for Craig. Craig has fear, but he ends up getting into a fighting stance with his beard for the very first time. Brilliant!
I'm in control of this arcade, and what I say goes, and what I say goes, you goes. You're going. I'm gonna send you out.
Beard pack, assemble! Beardy.
It came out for the regeneration.
Have to avoid this. Beardy, go around each one of these machines and look for a big yellow dot. I'll avoid the ghosts.
And his entire body becomes electrified with energy. It crackles along and heads over into the beard. The beard begins to wrap itself around the ghost.
And while this happens, there's two, white streaks that go across the entire beard. That's when you know it's gone Super Saiyan. Around this ghost.
And then, in a flash of light, the disgusting man / ghost is gone. It's heavily alive.
Wait. What did we just do? But Beardy, I just wanted to teach him a lesson, you know? Oh, I'm sorry. Right. I mean, that was probably the right thing to do. Because they wanted to fight me. And if someone tests me, I gotta show them up. You're right. I'm really smart. And I think I can use this for other things and teach other people a lesson. I'm the one with the beard.
Like reading?
I'm gonna teach people how to read. With force.
Over the next few weeks, Daisy and Westgate, the centaur, begin to assemble all these different animal-human hybrids in order to continue their plan of automobile domination.
We see a hammerhead shark head person, massive human arms, but just a shark head with hammerhead eyes, and he's the guardian of the submarines that are in West Edmonton Mall. If one of you jumps in the water, I'm gonna snap.
If you can have a half human, half animal,
Uh,
A second hammerhead shark head.
Also a
Snake.
And then from between the little gaps in the talus balls, there is a snake. It's got a snake head. Let's do snake head and human body. Just picks up. It can unhinge his jaw. And secretly, all the talus balls are snake eggs.
Well, I see that we have a new person in our council, as we call ourselves the hybrids. It's not just about paying dues. It's not just about going toward people who have certain cars and disagreeing with them. It's about order. We have a code. Right, Snake? Tell us, Snake.
protection.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. Years ago when we first started, he just pulls a poster down, and there's a large mural of a prophecy, and it has a large shell with a Canadian leaf on it. We've been waiting.
That looks like me!
That must be you. Listen, years ago, we wanted to become not just these protectors of a code, of, just being really unreasonable about car choice. We wanted to be benevolent heroes, ones that wanted to save the people of Edmonton and the greater Edmonton area.
But then we became trolls.
But we one day painted, just randomly, a shell of someone who would save us, and we almost didn't hold out hope long enough. My hammerhead shark is vibrating with joy!
Oh my goodness.
In that case, we will bring beauty back to this city.
Oh my God.
Hybrid, beautiful,
And animalistic.
You have such a kind heart. It's like you can only see the beauty in a mundane situation, something that we have not been able to do. Show us the way, Daisy. Show us the way.
All right. Back at the funicular, there's been no one around for days.
Those are the only 3 people that like riding it.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Michelle stands in the funicular, considering what she's going to do to try to bring people back. Maybe it was a mistake to send her one true friend and nephew away from her. Maybe she shouldn't have exacted revenge by locking them in a mechanical room full of hazardous waste.
Maybe I shouldn't have locked him in that room full of hazardous waste. Maybe it's not too late to apologize. I mean, it's been a month or so. I feel like they might be willing to forgive me for my actions, for the way that I treated them. And after all, my mom is technically okay.
Michelle,
Well,
I have found someone who's willing to be my friend. I have found people who accept me for who I am. And I feel so powerful.
you look different than the last time I saw you.
Is it the turtle shell,
Yes! But it's also this look in your eyes.
and you get a zoom-in shot of the eyes, and they're black and soulless. You did lock us in a room full of hazardous waste.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that it was going to turn you into like a human-animal hybrid, or I would never have done it, because who would want that for the entire city of Edmonton?
There's more of us to know, Michelle. And we are secret.
her shell starts just like big spikes extract out of it, like.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I'll put you back in the room. Maybe then I'll reverse it, or anything at all.
I think it's time for you to go in the room, Michelle.
And the door slams shut. And it is heavily implied that she died.
At the exact same location. It has also been a couple weeks for Craig. After the second victim of what his beard can do, he realized this is not the way. He must not let the beard control his actions, but control the actions of the beard, for it came from him. He goes to the same location and sees, or no, he doesn't see, he surveys the area, and his beard does this is the weirdest detective work you've ever seen.
It's like a dowsing rod. It just like bends down directly over the source of the chaos energy that's infected our characters here.
There is an individual. They smell like someone familiar. I smell through my beard, not my nose.
And as Craig's beard sniffs out what could possibly be hiding around this area, a snakehead sticks up from the nearby Saskatoon.
Oh. Well. Looks like the Saskatoon has been coiled. The last couple of weeks have been very poetically centric for me.
I was sent here to guard against anyone who might interfere with our plan.
What plan is this?
The plan to turn everyone in Edmonton into a half-human, half-animal hybrid by exploding the funicular!
Look, I do not like this contraption just as much as you, but surely it hasn't caused any harm. It was in the city's budget to build it, I think. It was.
I will destroy this, along with 2 hammerhead shark people, and also Westgate the centaur, and also someone else who's gonna remain a mystery.
Oh. Well, as much as I like a good mystery, I will not let you destroy anything. For I shall never destroy with this beard again, or let destruction happen on my watch!
And with that, the snake opens up its mouth, it like unhinges its jaw, and like just goes in to take a big old chomp.
And with the beardic fortitude, decides that to let the snake eat him.
And then at this point in time, slowly trying to swallow. I don't know if you've ever seen snakes swallow. But the beard starts expanding in the snake's throat, and it just kind of gets wider and wider, and his little eyes are
And then exploding from the snake, and now wearing a snakeskin vest, get it? Is now Craig with the beard. The snake's like head, you know, it's a reptile, so it's still working, and tell me who your boss is.
I'll do one better.
Oh, thanks.
I will expose you to your next trial, the Hammerhead Shark Brothers.
Oh.
From the river, 2 hammerheads just like.
Wait a minute. You're the sharks that protect the submarines.
And we are going to protect the goal that we have, to reiterate, to blow up the funicular and turn everyone into half-human, half-animal hybrid!
That's just crazy!
Is it though? Is it though? I don't think so. I think this is a very well thought out plan.
The beard starts vibrating, and Craig understands it. Yes, you're right, beard. It turns out that hammerheads are a very specific kind of shark. Other sharks gnaw and bite at just anything around it, but hammerheads know for a fact what is prey and what isn't, just by a show of force. And we see the most beautiful beard dance, an intimidating show of force, looking like an entire ocean of vicious tuna.
Fish breath, do you think we can take this guy on? I'm not sure.
I don't know, fish babies looking a little scary.
I think we should run away.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I must follow them. I must follow them and finish them, because Because this weird elevator gondola is my home. It is where I became a man. And being a man does not mean you have a beard. It means, what can you do with that beard?
As Craig comes to this realization, you hear the clank clomp of a sinister horse coming through. Down the stairs up next to the funicular, like very elegantly though.
So the legend is true.
And you can't stop. No one can stop.
It is true. Even with my most powerful beard powers, I cannot stop a legend. Unless we just try.
And this giant fist covered in those sick tattoos sliding down.
My beard is tangled!
At this moment, Craig is at like that penultimate moment where like that superhero will find a new power of sorts from within himself. What makes you feel so powerful, audience? Happy. Happy? Cheese! Power of cheese.
Craig on the verge of death. We now go to a black zone, and he's all of his life is flashing before his eyes. And he remembers a very pivotal moment.
Craig, there's some cheese.
Oh. Cheese. Will this make me big and strong, Auntie?
It will. It'll also give you the flexibility you need to see the world, just like an ooey gooey string of cheese.
Well, you're always right. Oh, I love cheese. I love cheese!
As he cries out, the beard starts to like stretch out on itself as if it was like a matzo stick that you pull apart.
And it detaches from his entire face, wrapping around the centaur's face. Fun fact, you need eyes to see. Another beard, more golden, more delectable and rich, completely made out of cheese, comes out of his face. And now, it is time for the horses to go back to the stable, wrapping around the leg, completely throwing the centaur. Back to Westgate, and that's the end of Westgate.
As the centaur is flying, the funicular makes its final descent of the night. As it gets to the bottom, the doors go.
We must see if anyone's okay. Are you okay in the... Auntie.
You left all alone.
I did.
Spikes start to slowly come out of her shell.
I can see I was not the only one afflicted.
No, you weren't. Spikes start coming out of like all of her other limbs.
And I'm assuming I did not see the attendant that did this to us.
Do you have spikes on your shoes?
I definitely have spikes on my shoes.
The worst kind of spike!
And as we like focus on the shoe spikes, we also see a bunch of dynamite because they're gonna blow up the funicular in order to turn everyone into animal human hybrids.
I figured since, we got trapped in this room, that's how we became animal and human hybrids, and I was so alone that if I blow it up, all that power will make everyone animal, human, hybrids, and I will not be alone anymore. Because people keep abandoning me, Craig. So,
I'll sit in the bearded section.
Does the beard have power?
And the beard extends outward, wrapped in like a marble cheddar.
Going around Craig like an armor.
Slowly forming outwards. His biceps are like baby bells.
Laugh at this, cow! Laughing cow, I'm not calling her a cow.
Do you have stripes on your fist?
Beard cyclone!
And as Craig spins around his aunt, bits of the beard start flaking off. Blue cheese and Gouda and Swiss and all the other ones.
Applewood smoked cheddar!
And during this tornado, a single piece of cheese finds its way into her mouth. The spikes pull in slowly as this warm feeling overcomes her. What is there better than opening a pack of shredded cheese at 12 a.m. and just fisting it into your mouth? The feeling overwhelms her, and a single tear rolls down her half-human, half-reptilian face.
Remember when I gave you the cheese, Craig? And I told you to be flexible?
I'll never forget, Auntie. You made me more powerful, and I didn't realize that it was the sense of adventure that brought me forward into the light. I could never do this without you. You've always been in my life, and I don't want you to blow up this thing that may have not brought us closer together, but something that we did together.
Where's your mom?
She's enjoying her time at home with some tea. It's okay.
She's allergic to cheese. It wouldn't be the same. Auntie.
Craig, I'm so sorry. I just didn't want to be alone.
You will never be alone again. Auntie, feel this very soft beard.
Cheese.
And Craig goes around, taking stick by stick of dynamite away as his aunt sleeps. He goes around, piling them up in a non-fuse, they're not dangerous anymore. And he picks up his aunt with a newly grown beard and brings her home. We go to a week later. We see a very sinister character robbing a bank. This is the CIBC at Jasper Ave, the oldest bank, I think.
I'm a multi-millionaire.
This is multi-millionaire, the thief that steals all of the Edmonton tax dollars, and appearing from the sky with lightning behind them, we see a turtle-shaped back and a beard flowing in the wind. They both jump down. You gotta pay the cheese tax. Give it up for Jyn-Ting! And the lights and the sound. Give it up for Autumn. Your improvisers have been Matt Ness. And thank you guys so much for coming. Not only to come, bring your children, bring your friends, but you know what? We sold out. Thanks for bringing everybody. If you guys didn't know, this is the very first time that we did a format like this. We normally do, formats, every single week. We've been doing them for years. But this one's the first one, so that's another thing. Thank you so much. 1 second, just at the end, you can ask us some questions. I'm doing this at the top of my head. I don't know what I'm doing. So I just want to shout out a couple next shows that we're going to have, just so you can come again and sell out again. And of course, I want you guys to come to our yegDND show. Yes, the Dungeons and Dragons show that we have done since 2012. We're so excited to do it once again. And please come. That's March 25th on Saturday. Please come to that. And if you want to know any other shows that we're doing, we have a drag show that all of our non-binary female improvisers do, and we're doing that soon as well.
Yeah, that is April 1st, and it is distinctly 18 plus.
Yes. Leave the kids at home. Rock won't like it. But if you want to know anything about our shows coming out in the future, please follow us on social media at SNSYeg on Instagram and TikTok, Facebook. We're all on those social medias. When we have a hot take, superheroes are not super sometimes. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I believe that's everything I have to say.
That is everything.
And thank you so much for coming, guys. Have a good night.